moments from now. The setting is Detroit, Michigan, the Motor City, the Lakers. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they kick off a road trip to Charlotte, where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
This is a cushy slate coming up. They'll be facing a lot of beatable teams at home. It doesn't get any easier than that in this league.
So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Luka Doncic is out there with MP, and it's Hayes in at the 5. And for the Pistons, Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Duren in at the center spot. Well, Coach, we're still very early in the NBA season. When you were coaching, what was your focus around this time?
Early in the season, Brian, really in the entire season, but especially early, you just want to try to be getting better every single night, making the corrections from one night to the next, and just keep growing as a team.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Detroit shooting their first free throw tonight. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
The 3 is up. Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Cole's gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Ivy passes to Harris. Thompson outside. Pass to Duren. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Just 3 to shoot. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And here's Thompson for 3. Out of bounds, it'll be Lakers ball. Since we have a chance, let's see the player of the week for the Western Conference, MP.
When you think about everything he's done on the offensive end, he's more than deserving of this award. He put his team on his back when it came to putting points on the board.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to James. Back to MP. Doncic with it. MP left side. And here's James. Shoots over Thompson. And there's James on the assist by MP.
Great instincts from MP. He's shown great potential as a passer in his young career.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Ivy with the ball. Now Vanderbilt defending. And stolen by Vanderbilt. Cunningham against Doncic. Here's James. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Gotta stay up on James or he will go right up with that shot.
It's stolen by Doncic. Pass to MP. Let's go with a 3. And Los Angeles another 3.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
A minute 58 left to play in the first quarter. Thompson, a screen on MP. Ivy passes to Thompson. Back to Ivy. Now here's Harris. And again, no good by Detroit.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
That one drops for him.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Harris. For the Pistons, Tobias Harris checked in for Duran, and Cunningham subbed in for Fontecchio. And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. MP outside. Vanderbilt, the pass to MP. There's the three. MP buries the triple.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
We've got Isaiah Stewart, Tobias Harris out there with Tim Hardaway. Then there's Cade Cunningham, and it's Schroeder in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Harris against Vanderbilt. Harris misses.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. MP's got 14 points for the game. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. It's a 13-point game. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
MP, the pass to Hayes. And here's James, defended by Hardaway. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. And another three for the Lakers.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Cunningham with the ball, picked up by James. Cunningham against James. And it's Cunningham missing. Los Angeles leading by 13. Here's Cole. MP gets it to go through contact.
Oh my, powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
Pass to Harris. Fires the three. It's Hayes with the rebound. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Vanderbilt. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
I mean, he's ignoring the scoreboard. He just keeps coming at him.
Well, you have to play like it's a tight game. You cannot let up in this league.
Cunningham looking it over. Hardaway from outside. The shot comes out. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers leading by 17 at the end of the period. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. More 2K action in just a moment.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Their three-point shooting, wow. I didn't get a math degree, but I didn't go to Shaq University either. I do know a little thing about threes.
Yeah, Kenny, I heard you applied to Shaq University. Denied.
All right, now, still early on, but let's check out the Western Conference standings.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. MP is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at center, filling out the middle. Pass to Thompson. Harris outside for 3. LeBron with the rebound.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
From deep, MP. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Cole. Rebounded by the Pistons. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Here's Thompson. Good D by Vanderbilt. The Lakers lead by 21. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Here's Ivy, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
MP, the pass to James. From deep, here's Doncic. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 4 rebounds now. The Pistons have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And it's Cunningham missing.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
From deep, MP. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
MP against Ivy. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Hayes.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Lays it up and banks it in. Hayes has got his first points of the game.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Cunningham drives in.
Yeah, once he gets momentum going towards the rim, Cunningham is hard to veer off course.
For 3, James. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Cole's got 3 assists in the game.
I just love the ball movement.
Thompson with a screen. Here's Cunningham. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to James. MP outside. Here's Doncic. Again, the Lakers.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Down low. Duren in the post. He's against Hayes. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Hardaway's checked in for the Pistons. Schroeder comes in for Cade Cunningham. And the Lakers also making a switch. Hachimura's checked in for Vanderbilt. MP outside. Pass to James. Now Doncic. MP outside from the arc. And that one goes. Now 10 for 13 on the night.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
For 3, Hardaway gets the 3 to fall. Hardaway's got 6.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The shot by James, no good.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Harris. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
MP, that one's good.
Great example there of the way MP's game around the rim continues to grow and develop.
Outside Schroeder. Inside. Harris misses. And so it's MP making things happen for Los Angeles. And he's hit 8 3-pointers. Strong shooting performance in this one. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Vecchio's checked in for Waters. And the Lakers also making a change. MP's checked in. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. They've got Tim Hardaway. Paul Reed is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Simone Fontecchio, and it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Outside Schroeder, 6 on the shot clock. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
And that one's good. Connect.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Reeves against Schroeder. Pass to Fontecchio. There's the triple. Kicks it out to Hardaway. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And here's Connect outside. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 6th assist of the night. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Unloads. Hardaway, no good.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
On the wing, Finney-Smith. 4-3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the 3-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got two young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
And it's a completely new group for the Pistons. Kleber, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Hachimura in the post, hounded by Harris. And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting. Something to consider for sure. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Lakers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
Here's Cunningham. Can't hit it from 12 feet. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ivy against MP. Pass to Goodwin. From downtown, and Los Angeles, another 3.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.